Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
My son loved to climb trees. So when we visited a friend for a week, he naturally wanted to climb the tree in their backyard. He asked me if my friend's daughter could climb the tree with him since she was rather a tomboy. So I asked my friend. Her answer confused me. She stated bluntly, "It's not a tree, it's a weed." I took a moment, looked outside, and plainly saw a tree larger than her house. I tried again. "Well, can they climb the weed?" "Sure," she said. So off the kids went. But my curiosity got the better of me. I hate to tell you, but it sure looks like a pretty solid tree to me. I'm just in denial. Since we live in a hurricane zone, we didn't want to have any trees in our yard. This one started out as a weed, but by the time I got around to pulling it, it had gotten too rooted, so I couldn't get it up. And my husband has never gotten around to cutting it down. He'd have to borrow a chainsaw. Made sense, but I had to wonder the next time a hurricane came along, had they cut down the weed, or did it still threaten their house? You know, many things in our life can be like that. Any sin can start small, like a weed. They may seem like innocent vices, something we indulge in once in a while, that doesn't seem to make any difference in our lives. An outburst of anger, for example, or a grudge against someone who hurt our feelings, or overeating, or withholding our tithe one month to use the money for something else, or skipping church one week because we didn't feel like going, or overlooking a need that God has made us aware of. The list could go on and on. But if we allow that one little thing to take root, it can grow to the place where uprooting it might be difficult or even painful. At that point, if we don't take steps to pull it up and get rid of it, the roots could begin to strangle other parts of our lives, like our relationships, how we spend our time and money. We can become apathetic toward things God wants us to be sensitive to. And if we let it go unchecked, that weed could grow into a tree without us recognizing it. And that tree could come crashing down and completely destroy our lives. Like in King David's life in 2 Samuel 11, his idleness led to lust, which led to adultery and murder. Those weeds grew so quickly. When Nathan the prophet pointed out the tree of sin that he had let grow in his life, David was horrified. He took drastic steps to cut down that tree and begged God to clean his heart. God restored David, but he still had that stump of consequences he had to deal with the rest of his life. Do you have any weeds that you need to get rid of? Unforgiveness, greed, anger, anything that you know is sinful. It's better to pull those weeds now, while we still can, before they become trees and we need a chainsaw.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.